Hello, we're alive. We made it. This is NS9BETS. We're a little late, but it's okay. We're doing important stuff.
I mean, Steph, you wouldn't need to be our one viewer if you were actually on the podcast.
Yeah, right? We wouldn't have a viewer if Steph wanted to hop on, but she is under the weather. She was going to come on and send us stats and think what?
She's exhausting. Like, how are you going to marry this woman if she can't just show up to a podcast?
Can't show up to work.
I am now on your side, Cody. I now understand. Sorry, Steph. I love you. But I get Cody's rationale here.
No comment whatsoever.
I get it.
You're trying to put me in a bad spot here.
No, it's a big moment for us.
She's going to come rushing in here. Tyler, I thought we had something special.
This is a big moment for us, and she just 2 weeks in a row. Like, I
know.
I don't get stood up. I am too special for that.
Denardo? Hashtag Team Steph.
No. Like,
I'm hashtag Team Steph for the record.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm used to being on an island by myself. It's fine.
You little.
I'm usually right as well.
Okay.
You know what? At this point,
you weren't very right this past weekend. Let's just talk about that.
I mean, I did fine, Cody.
All I gotta say. So before we get into that, I just want to say, I learned a valuable lesson that every gambler has to learn every year.
Oh boy.
And that's don't get greedy.
Yeah.
I got a little greedy. I would have had a nice little Saturday. I would have had a nice little Sunday. And then Monday, I got greedy. Saturday, I got greedy after all my bets were done. It happens. You got to learn that lesson once a season, once a year.
And pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered.
Exactly.
You pulled a big old hog.
Pulled out a hog.
Wow, that sounds inappropriate.
Pulled out a hog. I am a loose cannon. I got my Brian Pillman shirt on today.
But in regard to last week, I didn't do too bad, I don't think. I mean, my weekend was saved by the Texans money line that I threw out there.
Right.
Like an absolute Hail Mary of mine.
All I know is Saturday, I'm pretty sure I did way better than you, even though I did lose.
Oh, I had a rough Saturday.
Yeah, because I went all opposite of you, and all the opposites won, except for Kansas and TCU. They pushed. Still technically undefeated against the spread, Kansas. Still a team of destiny.
So we had Kansas, TCU. Trying to think of all the ones you won.
Plaster fuck.
So you were on the right side of that UCLA Utah game.
Yes, sir.
Just, you know what? Good Lord. I don't hear sirens like this in Lisbon, Ohio.
Well, I live in a city, so.
Yeah, it's beautiful here.
A very small city, but a city nonetheless.
But yeah, you were on the right side of that one. I read that one wrong.
What's funny is I pay for a subscription to Action. I look up the articles, even they were saying take Utah. Yeah. Even though the whole article was like boasting about how good UCLA is.
Yeah.
I was like, how can you tell me at the end of this article you want me to take Utah?
Notre Dame.
That was a rough one.
Can we talk about it?
Because
listen, Notre Dame is the one that I told you. That's the one Vegas is screaming at you.
You warned me. But I found out. Like it was a pure fact. Probably at 30, 45 minutes before the game. Gunnar Romney and Nakayu, the other top receiver.
I don't care about.
They were playing. They hadn't played together yet all season. And I was like, well, that's what the offense is missing. That's what, how can they not pull out a game? And I mean, towards the end there, they were coming back. But we couldn't hit the over, which was my original bet. And then BYU couldn't cover. So.
Yeah. And then the last one that I had last week was LSU over Tennessee. I have been on the wrong side of Tennessee this entire year. I cannot get them right because I keep betting against them because some part of my mind just cannot believe in Hendon Hooker as a quarterback.
Hendon.
That's what I said.
You said Hendon.
Hendon.
There you go. It's an E, not an I.
They all sound the same to me.
That's
an Ohio thing.
You're pushing a line.
It's like pin and pen.
So Ohio people just suck. Got it. Moving on.
No, like Color and Keller.
So you suck.
Like
Got it.
Every now and then I will mess up and not pronounce my E's and I's correctly. My bad.
I just had to call you out. That's all.
Yeah, that's fair. But I've been on the wrong side of that team this entire year. Maybe this week I get them right.
Yeah, and I mean, me personally, I can't get a good read on Tennessee, which is why I haven't bet on them all season. So I'm like, I'm just staying away. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see the good, the bad, the ugly. They're a team.
They're a team that's in the back of your mind, like they're not good.
Right.
But they keep covering every week.
Covering, yeah.
But they're not good.
Right.
I don't get it, man. NFL wise.
That was too early. Sorry.
Oh, good Lord.
I just had to make sure it was there.
All right, perfect. Thank God Steph's the only one watching.
We got 3 viewers. I don't know who the hell they are, but
probably Donardo.
They're getting entertained tonight.
And Bucko Mike.
Bucko Mike was, you know what?
I love the fella. Love him.
He's coming after me for doing Monday night parlays. Like,
you should be.
That's my thing. I like to do a Monday night parlay. Get the juices flowing.
Oh, good
and
Lord.
then end the week off with a bang. Sure, it didn't hit. It didn't hit. And that's okay. That's okay. It didn't hit. But don't take away from my fun. Don't take away from my fun.
All right, Cody. NFL wise, could have been better for. I mean, if we're looking back at.
I only had 2 official picks.
Yeah. So if we go back to what I took on our actual show, not great.
Right.
I did throw in the Texans on our official picks. I also had the Raiders plus 7.5. Love that. Feels real good to have that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you know what, man? I'm still afloat. I'll take it.
Yeah, I actually
about even.
So I was telling you before we got on, we were at Oktoberfest. And me and one of my buddies, we were watching the games. I saw all my bets losing. And I said, here's what we're going to do. Me and him, we did a 3-team parlay on the 4 o'clock games. We hit for a good amount of money, right? Monday comes. I'm throwing in my parlay. I see some nice boosts on FanDuel. I'm like, oh, I'll take that. Same thing on DraftKings. I'll take that. Turns out that came out to the exact total of what I won from that parlay. So
that'll play.
I just lost money. It was even. So
going back to my picks from the weekend for NFL, I had Raiders plus 7.5, Lions plus 3.5. Woo, B. That one didn't work.
Nope.
Cardinals plus 5.5. Great read by me. Steelers plus 14.5 or 14. Not good. And then Texans money line plus 265. That one saved my ass.
Yep.
That saved me.
That game,
I'd be betting a couple bucks on each one of these games.
I think that game and the Detroit game were the biggest shocks to me. I figured Houston was going to roll over. I didn't see anything coming out of that.
Man, I just felt good about that. I felt good about that game.
And then with Detroit and New England, it was like I thought they both would score. I thought it was, I didn't think it'd be lopsided like that, especially how the offense has been in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, and did you have the over in that one?
I did. It was 45.5.
Yeah,
it was a low over too, considering.
Which is probably like a sign of probably don't take the over, but
right.
Like the way Detroit's off, and there was a lot of unknowns, so which probably led to that.
Right.
It's not like, it's
not a bad.
It's not a bad.
Fantasy wise, I was shocked that Bailey Zappi only had like a little over 10 points.
He only threw for like 188 yards.
Which was shocking considering the score.
Yeah.
But
all right, Cody, do we want to roll into the picks?
Let's roll into it. Let's get it started.
All right, let's start this bad boy off. Man, it is one of your favorite teams.
It is. It is my favorite team.
We'll start this bad boy off. We're going to go Kansas, Oklahoma, college football. Last I checked, this line was at 9. Last I heard, this seems like a certain at this point.
So
Jalen Daniels out for Kansas.
That's okay, because I saw him quote tweet that tweet that said a source said that he was out for the rest of the season, and he said, that's the first I heard of this.
But he is likely out this game.
But my boy Bean played a hell of a game. Don't know his first name. Bean played a hell of a game.
I can't remember it either. Jamie, maybe? Jason
Bean, the transfer out of University of North Texas.
Yes.
Played his ass off. Had some of the greatest passes I've ever seen. Just dropped in a bucket. The knee touchdown, everything. It was great.
Right. Cody, we're talking about 9 points given to an unranked team.
And now they're not ranked anymore?
Oklahoma's unranked. They got walloped by Texas.
Oh, man. No, I thought you meant Kansas wasn't ranked anymore. My bad.
I'm sorry. The 9-point favorite is unranked.
Right.
Kansas without a quarterback. Kansas is still Kansas.
For some reason, Vegas didn't look at Jason Bean and say, that's a guy. But you know what I did? Sitting on my couch all day Saturday watching that game, I said, Jason Bean is a guy.
I
already took this at plus 7.5. I'm going to take it again at plus 9.
I think plus 9 is not a bad bet.
Plus 7.5 kind of sucks now looking at plus 9.
Yeah. So
now I know why you gave me that look earlier, because I didn't see the line movement.
Yeah. So plus 9's tough. I'm still leaning Oklahoma. I'm going to take Oklahoma. I'm not going to bet on it yet. I think the line hopefully will fall back to normal. But if it gets any more, I might lean a little bit Kansas. But right now, my pick is Oklahoma.
That over-under is a little high for me, 62.5. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't give a shit about the over-under.
Okay. I might take Kansas money line too. I just love Kansas. And Oklahoma came out against Texas like it was. No. What was that? It was bad.
Yeah, terrible. Not great. The thing about that over-under right there is we're coming off like just an absolute offensive explosion from TCU and Kansas.
Right.
So it's going to be inflated a hair. We got a backup quarterback on one side. We might have a backup quarterback on the other side. Dylan Gabriel's still out. We might be dealing with, what's his name? Devin Davis, whatever. Bevis.
All I know is I know who Jason Bean is. I don't know who the backup for Oklahoma is. So
yeah, it's Bevis. Dylan Bevis, Davis, Bella. I don't fucking know his name.
Wait,
nor do I really care that much.
Is General Booty? He was the starter for Oklahoma.
Dylan Gabriel.
So where's General Booty?
Hell if I know.
Thought he was the backup.
It's oh good Lord. You're gonna actually make me look this up.
I mean, I can look it up, but I thought General Booty was the backup. Blanton?
General Booty. What a name.
What a name.
That's terrific.
Love that name.
See, just entertaining podcasting right here as we Google things.
Well, while you do that, I'm going to look up our next game.
Good Lord. It's Davis Bevel.
Davis Bevel. So yeah. Where's General Booty? Is he a freshman? Is that why?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you where General Booty is.
Interesting.
Good Lord. All right, so what's your official pick here? or not unofficial?
My official unofficial is my official is plus 7.5 because I already have it. But I'm probably going to double down at plus 9.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to go. I am probably going Oklahoma here. I just think Vegas is telling us, man. I don't love it at 9. Honestly, if it gets much higher than 9, I might lean Kansas, but Dylan Gabriel likely to be back this week. That's probably where I'm going to go.
Ho you fat? Talking about it's not basketball season yet.
Oh, dear Lord.
We're not talking about Ho you fat. All right, you ready for the next game?
Yeah, I'm on to the next one. USC and Utah.
USC Utah. We got USC favored plus 3.5. I mean,
brother,
you want to do this again?
What a bad read I had. Listen, this is the game.
I don't know how Utah's favored right now over USC.
This is the one. This is the game I've been looking at the entire year. Thinking USC, Lincoln Riley, soft as hell, man.
You still thinking that?
Yup.
Really? Even after what UCLA did to them?
Utah. All the way home. Utah.
I mean, Saturday prime time. Maybe the Utes will wake up, but I don't know.
The Utes are fine. This is the easiest bet of my life.
I got to lean USC. I mean, the Pac-12 championship is going to be USC UCLA at this point.
Utah. All the way, my
Utah
friend.
with 2 losses? I don't think so. I mean, granted, the rest of the Pac-12 is not great, but
who cares about the Pac-12? I care about this game.
Whatever.
Utah favored at home. I actually have them at Utah at 3. I'll just go ahead and
try. Anything else about this game that we can?
No, I really think this is like an old school. Like I tried to.
The experts are with you here.
I hate that.
Yeah, you do.
But this is one of those that I was trying to talk myself in or talk you into last week, where UCLA, Chip Kelly team, soft as shit. I was wrong there. DTR just played out of his mind.
Yeah, he did.
Caleb Williams is not that good.
I haven't watched any USC.
Lincoln Riley is not that good of a coach.
Okay.
He makes a living out of getting beat in games like this. And Vegas is telling you right now, they will get beat in this game. Utah, maybe a look-ahead spot last week. I probably should have saw that. This is a spot Utah runs. And Utah ran the ball really well last week. Lincoln Riley, he gets beat in games like this, man. Go ahead and scroll.
I'm just looking around.
Good Lord.
So the line movement, the line has not moved at all.
Oh, it's Tuesday.
Well, we had games last week that moved quite a bit. I mean, look at Kansas. Moved from 7.5 to 9 already.
That was because their quarterback was deemed out.
First he heard of it.
No, first he heard was for the year. He is out this week.
Well, this is a game I'm going to have to do more research on as the week goes on. But as of right now, I'm leaning USC just after what I saw from Utah last week against UCLA. If anything,
Cody,
what?
You can't base the damn thing off what you saw last week.
I can hear the echo. She's watching a lot. She's watching us on the TV.
What we saw last week doesn't mean a damn thing. Hi, Steph.
What do you mean doesn't mean a damn thing?
It doesn't. It means nothing.
All right, then let me look into this game to give you an official.
Well, your pick's going to be wrong.
Let me look into it. Maybe I changed my mind. I don't know.
Oh, then what are we doing this show for? Are we just going to talk about picks?
It's early in the week. You said that twice already.
Yeah, and what am I doing? I'm taking games.
I mean, I get it. Whatever. For me, I like to wait. I like to, I'll discuss here. I already told you I took Kansas plus 7.5. I'm going to take it again plus 9.
I take games as I say them.
You do that. How'd that work out for you last week?
Entertaining. You're welcome. All 3 of you. Steph, you're welcome. I'm an entertaining soul.
Oh, well. All right.
I'll go to the next one. Alabama, Tennessee. Alabama's up to -7. Cody, I'll just throw this one to you because you've been on Tennessee on our show. I know you said you haven't taken them.
I haven't. That's why I don't know why you're throwing it to me.
You've been on them on the show. You have taken them. I feel like every week.
I've liked them. Yes, I have not taken a Tennessee.
I have bet against Tennessee every single week.
So here's
you know what I'm going to do again this week.
You're going to bet against Tennessee.
I am going to bet against Tennessee because it sounds like Bryce Young is going to play again.
And here's the thing: that's not a bad bet when you're betting. When Nick Saban in Bama is in the question, it's not a bad idea to go with him. It's like New England and the Patriots and Belichick in the NFL.
Yeah.
You got to go with the hot hand. I mean, I like Hendon Hooker. I think the only advantage you have here is that it is in Knoxville. And here's what I'll say. This game's where Hendon Hooker decides if he wants to win the Heisman or not.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's a really good point.
But he's got to stay away from Will Anderson. That's
I think
that's going to be hard to do.
I do think it's a really good spot to take Alabama coming off that A&M loss or the A&M win.
Right.
Real tight game. Alabama hasn't really looked good this year.
I agree. I don't think they win the national championship, that's for sure.
Nor do I. I think it's open season on that thing.
Yes, it is. It's unpredictable this year.
It's open season between like 5 teams.
Right.
But
Kansas
I don't think Bama. No, I don't think Bama's really good. But when Bama turns it on, their talent level is just so much more superior than Tennessee. Right. And this is probably a game that they're really going to get up for. Especially if Bryce Young plays, which he probably will.
Your 2 undefeated teams in the SEC.
It's a top 10 matchup.
Yeah, top 10 matchup. This is where Alabama shows up.
Right. This isn't like a Bama game where you take Bama as a 17-point favorite against like number 17 Mississippi State, where they're gonna win, but Mississippi State might hang around. No, they're gonna run this team out of the building. I think.
I'm not gonna go that far. I'll lean Alabama. I'm not taking it at all. If I take anything in this, probably that under 65 and under 65 is what I would probably take. Because Alabama's defense is too good to let Hendon Hooker just go off. I think Hendon Hooker has the ability to win this game, absolutely, but it's not going to be by going out every drive and scoring a touchdown because that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, and I think I've been a little bit too negative on Josh Heupel. He's a lot better than I thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
That guy can design an offense. Maybe I was a little bit critical of him. Tennessee's probably a lot better than I thought. I just don't know that they have the talent that Alabama does. And right. I don't know that it shows up in a game like this. Because this is really their first test at this level.
So let's see. Tennessee so far looks like they've only lost 1 game against the spread.
Bama's lost a lot.
Lost 2 against the spread.
Only 2?
That game against Texas was, I don't think anybody expected that. I mean, maybe if Ewers didn't get hurt, not saying they would win, but saying it would be the same outcome of a very close game. But
weird. He's the 2 games that he hasn't covered have been Alabama former assistants.
Interesting. You're right.
Josh Heupel, not one that I know of.
I agree.
Off the top of my head.
I don't think so.
So, yeah, Bama, -7. I like that pick.
For me, I'm leaning Tennessee +7. I love it. Looking at the line now, since it's moved to 7, I would have loved it at 14.5. But when I saw it at 14.5, I said,
that's
it's got to be a little higher.
At 14.5, yeah, I'm going Tennessee at 7.
It could be a 10-point game. I very much see it as a 10-point game.
Yeah. All right. On the next one, we got Penn State, Michigan. Michigan favored by 6.5. Cody, I hate this game.
Why'd you tell me you want to talk about it then? I hate it too.
It is 2 top 10 opponents. I would gladly talk about Illinois and Minnesota.
Why'd you give me this as an option?
Because it's 2 top 10 teams. I figured that's what you want to talk about.
I mean, sure. No, trust me. I love talking about. I can't wait till Maction's on every Tuesday.
I hate this game.
That's what I wait for.
I hate this game, Cody.
The only good play here is the under 52.5.
That's where my head's leaning right now. I think that's my play. I hate Sean Clifford. I hate Penn State's offense. I hate Michigan's offense. I think these are 2 very overrated teams that are just going to get their...
Just look at that. Michigan has hit all unders. Let's look at Penn State. Oh, they've had 3 overs, but
you know what? 2. Give me the over, Cody. I'm taking the over.
Auburn, Ohio, Purdue.
Because it makes no sense to me, I'm taking the over. It's an official bet.
Okay. I think my official bet will be the under here.
It's probably a smart play, but regardless,
look at these guys having a good time.
Man, I hate this game so much. I hate it so much.
It's in the big house. It's gonna be a game for sure. I'm excited for it. I wasn't at first, but now I'm excited.
I think both these 2 teams are so overrated.
And I agree. Penn State's way overrated. Michigan, I think, is slightly overrated.
I think both of these teams are going to get their doors blown off by Ohio State.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Ohio State.
I'm not even big on Ohio State.
I'm an Ohio State fan.
Yeah, so you have to be. You're obligated.
But, I can. Last year, talked about Ohio State. They're not that good. The year before that, I said their defense isn't good. The year before that, I said, unfortunately, I thought they were the best team in the nation. Then LSU showed up. But this year, I think they will blow the doors off of both of these teams.
I think Penn State for sure. I think Penn State's very overrated this year.
Penn State is. I think Sean Clifford is terrible. The fact that
there's Penn State fans that say the same thing. They're like, why are we still trotting this guy out there?
He's like an 8th-year senior.
Exactly. Penn State fans are saying the same thing. Move on.
They have a 5-star right behind him, just waiting.
Exactly.
I mean, so does Ohio State, but they got C.J. Stroud, who I don't really love.
Neither do I.
But he's a good college quarterback, surrounded by 12 great receivers.
Right. So, yeah, my play there is under 52.5. I think that's the best play.
I'm taking the over just because the under doesn't make sense.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Got one more.
I'm in charge of this bad boy. NC State and Syracuse. I have not found... I think last I checked, it was 3.5.
It is, sir. There it is.
Cody, where are we at on this one?
Give me the cues. The team of destiny. Syracuse out of the ACC. I want to
hate
see.
that. I love that pick.
Is it possible to see Syracuse, Clemson in the ACC championship game? Because if it is, I'm taking Syracuse.
That's a great question.
Yeah, because isn't Syracuse in the same division as
they are, but
Pitt, so that they can play?
No, it's not possible, Cody.
That's disappointing.
Clemson and Syracuse are both in the Atlantic.
Boo.
But
you're taking fun football away from me.
But we talked about this a couple episodes ago. I don't like Dino Babers, the Syracuse head coach. I don't like Syracuse in general. I think they're terrible. But if they're favored in a game, take Syracuse. Because somebody knows more than you. And that somebody is making a lot more money than you. So take them.
Tyler, did we just agree on that?
On what?
Syracuse minus 3.5.
We sure as hell did.
I think we're in perfect harmony.
That dude's clipped.
It's perfect. We're in perfect harmony. We finally agree.
That was awesome.
Take the cues.
All right, we're both on Syracuse here.
Let's look at it a little closer, though. They've only not covered once, and that's against UVA, which kind of worries me.
They're favored. We'll take them. We're rolling with it.
And NC State has been disappointing ever since that Clemson game. So, yeah, moving on. Going to the NFL.
We are going to the NFL. We're going Washington and Chicago. Justin Fields cannot complete a pass. And let's see where the line's starting off.
Surprisingly, it's a pick 'em.
Wow. I've got Chicago at favor by 1.
Same. I think personally, it's fucking posted this. I would take Washington, honestly.
I think personally, I absolutely hate this game with a burning passion.
Oh yeah, I thought Mr. Bezos was going to make Thursday nights great again, and it has not happened. So the only good thing about Amazon having these games is that I get pizza nights on Thursday nights at work. It's the only good thing about these games so far.
Cody, you want to know what my pick of this week is? Carson Wentz over a half an interception, minus 143.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's all I got for you for that game.
I think
this is just a bad game, and anything minus 150 for Carson Wentz throwing an interception, I will absolutely take.
Yeah. Oh, we never got to talk about what I did last Thursday.
Oh boy.
I took the under, right? That obviously hit. But I had to make that game a little interesting. So I continued to bet the under live line.
Yeah.
And I still hit all of them. I got as low as 22.5. That one almost didn't hit.
I think I had the Broncos in that game. I went to bed because I work a normal hour.
Yeah, you don't work nights job like me.
So I saw what was happening and I moved on with my life.
As you should. The fact it went into overtime,
yeah,
nobody in the office was happy about that.
Just nightmare. All right, so what do you have on that game? You have
I like Washington over the Bears.
You got Washington. I have Carson Wentz over 0.5 interceptions minus 143. I think that's the easiest bet of my life.
Yeah. I feel like I should have done that last week with Matt Ryan.
On to the next one. And we have San Francisco and
hold on.
I gotta get through all San Diego games here. Hold on one second. And the Falcons. Good Lord, Tyler. San Francisco favored by 6. Over under 44.5.
Oh, you have 6. I have 5.5.
I have 6.
So, here's the thing with this game. Atlanta is still perfect against the spread this year. 49ers are a pretty good team with Jimmy G. I think I like Falcons plus 5.5. Home field advantage. Coming off a game they should have won, or at least had a chance to win, if it wasn't for a terrible penalty. So bad, in fact, that they just continued to talk about it on Monday Night Football all night long. By the way, everybody liked our little transition for when we were on the same page.
Everybody is in your fiance.
Yeah. And Donardo, my gay lover. Steph's my beard, in case you didn't know.
It's okay, Steph. I still love you. I will be your maid of honor.
So what do you got?
I hate this game too. I hate it.
Can I say the reason I have Falcons plus 5.5 here is because
talk to me here. Talk to me.
The last game I bet the team favored by 5.5. They didn't cover. I think that 5.5 is like a number where it's like, okay, you got to take the underdog. Steph says we have some things to discuss after the stream. Too bad I will be talking to Donardo after this stream. So,
Cody, give me the Falcons money line.
Oh, coming out hot. Okay.
Give me the Falcons money line.
Okay, you may have just convinced me.
Give me the Falcons money line. I think the 49ers are a very good team that are very primed to get got.
I think you're right.
They are they are walking a tightrope right now.
Right.
They are playing very good football, but they're very strikeable.
And they still haven't gotten George Kittle involved whatsoever.
They are prime for the picking.
Right.
I don't want to put it. They're not like the Jaguars last week, where they're not a good team. But they're kind of in that spot, almost like we've seen with the Steelers before in so many years, where we know when it's lining up for a spot where they can get beat. I think this is a spot. And obviously, I'm going to end up taking the Falcons with the points so that I don't get wrecked, but love it.
For good measure.
Love it. I will end up taking that, but for now, yeah, I love it. I'm going to ride with it.
All right.
My official pick on this show is going to be Moneyline, and I already took it.
Nice. All right, next game, what did we say?
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo KC.
Yeah, we discussed this beforehand. Very glad they're not getting shoved down our throat on a night game.
Right. As much as it makes sense to be a primetime game, very glad it's not.
Very.
But as it stands, I
pretty tight.
Love Bills minus 2.5.
So I have them at 3. It's just, man, it's not your game to take.
Why?
Just, it's going to be tight. It's going to be back and forth. or it's going to be a blowout. And I could picture either one of them. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Vegas has our number here. They got this one right. This one's tough.
I think Bills win by 4.
I mean, just give me the over and let's move on with my life. Because I don't want to root for the under in this game. This game is
right. If you root for the under in this game, you just don't like football.
This is a game that I don't want to root for the under. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'll take the over. I don't know if it'll hit. I don't think it'll hit. But I'm going to root for it.
Right.
Give me the points. That's all I need. On the last one, and
no, we got 2 more.
God, we got 2. Good Lord, Cody!
We spent a long time on college football.
We did. Dallas and
also last week I only talked. Yeah, Dallas, Philly. Philly obviously favored here. They're probably they're top 3 in the league.
They are.
They're last undefeated. But don't tell Jalen Hurts that, he hates it.
It's because he's not good.
He's like, don't know. He's like, I don't deserve it.
He's not good. 4.5 favorites. That's a game. Another one. Hate it. Good Lord. We got to do a better job of picking these games, Cody.
Steph wants to know, can she bet on Dallas and Philly both to lose?
Sure. I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this one. I
was going to say the same thing.
I think Dallas's offense is bad.
I'm going to use it all the time.
Yep. They're going to rely on the run game. I think that Philly's offense is also not good, and Dallas's defense is phenomenal.
Right.
Jalen Hurts is going to be under duress all game. I think the unders is play here.
Right. I'm just upset I didn't get it at 45.5.
Yeah, where do I have it at? I have it at 42. That's tough.
Yeah, I like the 42.5. I like the hook there.
I got it at 42, but I mean, that's what it is, man. Taking it.
All right. Let me find the next one.
The next one is our Chargers and Broncos.
Chargers, Broncos.
Neither team looks good.
No.
One team has a quarterback that does look good and his team looks bad. Mm-hmm. The other team has a quarterback that is supposed to be good. He looks bad and his team doesn't look any better.
Right. And I hate the spread. I hate the spread here. I hate that it's 5. 3, which it opened at, is way better. This is just, I hate it. If anything, I got to take the under again.
Hold on, Goody. What's your under?
45.5.
Hit that button.
What's yours?
Hit that button. Hit that button. $45.5 as well.
I mean, how do you? Because the Broncos aren't going to score any points.
Russell Wilson seems like the ultimate unders quarterback.
Yes. Let's see if
he's going to hammer the under.
See if that's true. Broncos have only hit 1 over, and that was against Vegas.
Oh my God! Look at this big brain here. That's a gambling brain.
Yeah, we took that without even looking.
That's the gambling brain right here.
And
I bet if you were looking Russell Wilson's career, he would be far above on the under.
Plus, also, it's another divisional game, so
divisional unders, love them.
Exactly. Wow, that was quick.
No, we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
I do think that's the right play there. I don't like that line at all.
Yeah, the line, since it moved from 3 to 5, is terrible.
I mean, yeah, I could easily see the Broncos running away with it, but I don't. If the Broncos do, I could see the Chargers putting up like 13 points because their offense still is not good.
It's going to be like a 17-13 game.
Yeah, and
dude.
Brandon Staley is going to go for like 17 fourth downs that don't make sense.
Right.
Which also could hurt the under, but Russell Wilson will throw a pick on the 1 yard line. So,
right.
We'll be fine. We're fine. Everything's
We're
fine. Everything's fine. All right.
Is that the last one?
That's the last one. What time is it?
Give me 2 seconds. Wait, I'm still up. Do we need beer for this?
Sure.
I'm going to get a beer for this.
I'll just hang out.
Are you ready?
Oh, man. That could have been a cool DX intro.
DX, 25 years last night. It was great.
Are you ready?
You ready?
Are you ready?
It's time to talk NS11.
Saw some foosball.
Them Stellars stink, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So bad. We were talking all last week. No way they don't cover 14. No way. Do we forget what our defense looks like?
Yeah. That was. I'm thinking back to the most depressing Steelers memories of my life.
All of them are more recent than.
So I'm talking maybe not depressing, but just beat down. I go back to last year Bengal game where I just went upstairs and cleaned my room and then just kept turning it back on to see him down another 21 points. I go back to that AFC Championship game where the Patriots just threw the ball at Chris Hogan all day. And I just sat in B-dubs eating a fucking skillet cookie because I was so depressed. I go back to Terrell Suggs, or I think it was Terrell Suggs that took Ben Roethlisberger's head off in like a 35-7 loss against the Ravens in 09-ish, 07, maybe one of those two. That one's up there, man.
Yeah, what they said, it's one of the worst losses, top 3 worst losses of the last 3 decades.
Yeah, my dad will go back to when they lost in the 80s to Cleveland and Cincinnati, but like 40 points twice in a row.
Yeah.
Not good. That was tough.
It was not great. Luckily I didn't have to put myself through watching it all. I saw some of it, not all of it.
Cody, you want to know how bad it was for me?
How bad?
I didn't drink on Sunday.
Wow. I had to.
I woke up, I was all excited, like, Kenny Pickett's first start. Let's go.
Right.
I sat down. I'm like, I'm going to drink a few beers today eventually, but it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to hang out a minute. I had some things to do in the morning, so I couldn't.
Right.
And then, like, first 5 minutes happened. I'm like, okay. Then, like, next 10 minutes happened. Okay. All of a sudden, I'm laying like fetal on the couch.
Yeah.
I'm done. I just want to go ahead and turn on Netflix right now. I want to forget the football's happening.
Yeah. As soon I was, like I said, we were at an Oktoberfest. As soon as I got to a bar where I could see the game, I either had to get out of that bar or start ordering drinks, and that's what I did. I did the latter. Started ordering $10 beers and getting plastered. Couldn't deal with it. There's only two guys on that team right now that are playing Steeler football, and they both just got there. That's Kenny Pickett and George Pickens.
Okay, Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark's not wrong.
Okay. No, so I get it. I will never knock Cam Hayward.
Okay, yeah, no. I didn't see that as a ricochet to Cam Hayward. But
no, I won't knock Cam Hayward because I watched that dude chase guys down 30 yards down the field.
Right.
Aside from Cam Hayward, and the other part of Cam Hayward is that I've watched him. I mean, we've watched him he got drafted in 2011.
It's like
11
years.
I've watched him do this for so long with bad defenses and scream at guys and nobody responds.
Right.
At some point, Cam Hayward just might not be a great leader.
I mean, I don't know about that.
It might.
Is he not a great leader, or are these guys just they don't care about Steeler football?
At some point, when it's been 11 years of just watching, well, I mean, maybe that's very harsh because maybe I'm thinking back a little bit much of Ezekiel Elliott just like crashing through the defense in 2015, 16, 17, 16 probably. And then listening to Cam Hayward yelling like, let's go, let's go, let's go, with like a torn bicep and pec. These guys just don't respond to him. And it might also just be the fact that this team has no idea how to identify actual decent players.
Yep.
Other than Minka, TJ, Cam. The rest of your team sucks on defense. The rest of that defense is terrible.
I will say Leal played well.
Yeah, he did. I mean, but it's also...
He also just got there, so...
Yeah, and God, I hate to steal from 93.7, but...
Oh, no.
I know. But Mueller brought up a good point of, on this defense, who are you comfortable going into next year around? Like, who do you like going into next year?
On the defense?
Yeah.
Literally only the three you said.
Yeah. They have a couple guys that are okay. But they have a lot of guys that just aren't up to par. And that's what happens when you can't draft worth the shit on defense. You've ignored the offensive line.
That is my biggest gripe. And I think we heard a little bit of that in the group chat last night.
Yeah, I didn't, because
it wasn't specifically the Steelers either. It was just the NFL in general. No one wants to run block anymore. The best run blocker in the NFL right now is George Kittle. And he's a tight end.
Tough. He is tough.
Yeah, because he loves it. He loves hitting people. Offensive linemen don't want to hit people anymore. They want to sit back and wait for a dude to fall in their lap so they can,
Cody,
I'm
glad we're on this page here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I absolutely hate the fact that offensive linemen are in a 2-point stance now.
Now, here's the thing. I'm okay with a 2-point stance. I hate it. I hate when you're in a 2-point stance and you're about to run the ball. Why are you in a 2-point stance to run the ball?
Well, then you're giving up what you're doing.
Are you? It could be a draw.
No. Get in the 3-point stance. Learn to use your damn feet. And let's roll. No, everybody's got to be in a 2-point stance and look back every 2 seconds. What's the audible?
That shit's annoying. That annoys the hell out of me.
What's the audible? It's almost as bad as watching a college quarterback, which is why I think the quarterback play in the NFL has become so bad. Because every college quarterback walks up to the line. We got everybody lined up, and then everybody looks over. What's the audible? Hold on, they're lined up. What are we doing? No. Let a freaking quarterback do something. That's why quarterback play is so bad in the NFL.
Right. And
that's why we're going to watch like all these non-Power 5 guys move up and become one of the better quarterbacks because everybody else is so used to the quarterback.
They're like, well, I don't know how to run an offense. The coach is going to tell me how to do it on the sideline.
Like I can handle a huddle, but coach, they got like 4 guys over there. What are we doing? Which is also
where, like, what
why
was it,
I like Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, right. Mitch was the one complaining that he didn't have any control of the offense, right? Well, guess what, Mitch? You came from UNC in a program where you didn't have to worry about it. And even if you did know what was going on, you couldn't tell if a receiver was open 3 feet in front of you.
No, Mitch Trubisky couldn't read the defense to save his freaking life.
And what's funnier about that is that, what was it? I think last year or 2 years ago, Pat Mahomes admitted, I don't know how to read a defense after he won a fucking Super Bowl. So it's like you can just be talented. No,
he's probably like top 3 most talented quarterbacks we've ever seen.
Right. And that's the talent's just not there for anybody. But they think it is. Trubisky was how he was toted through that draft and all that.
That was so ridiculous.
So ridiculous. Everyone thought he just had the talent. He came from a Mac Brown program at UNC. Mac Brown is a good coach, but he's not coaching Texas anymore.
Mac Brown's never coached an NFL quarterback.
Right.
Cole McCoy,
Vince Young.
They all sucked.
Right.
None of them could read a defense. And I mean, I love Ohio State. I love Ryan Day. He's not developing them to be, and it's not his job to.
No.
He's there to win games. He is scheming guys open, and he is calling it from the sideline. And that's the way all college coaches are at this point. None of them are going to call or let their quarterback actually run the offense.
And that's why exactly what you said. All the good quarterbacks are coming from smaller schools.
Yeah. Or
that run a pro-style offense.
Yeah. They have to go under center every play.
They have to understand what's in front of them.
Yeah. It's not going to happen at a big school at this point. I mean, Mahomes is the absolute exception at this point. Herbert, he is also probably just getting by.
He's just talented.
He is very talented.
Burrow, I'm sure he's still learning.
Burrow's
the only one out of them that actually knows how to run an offense. But I don't think it's because of what Ed Orgeron taught him at LSU. Not at all. I think it's because he's a guy that eats, breathes, sleeps, bleeds football.
Yeah, and there's also kind of question marks about him too.
But there are.
But he was also a guy that was bad.
Right.
He couldn't beat out Dwayne Haskins.
Right.
He was bad his first year at LSU.
Now, hold on. Going back to your point with Ohio State and Ryan Day, is it that he couldn't beat out Haskins or he couldn't play it?
That was Urban.
You're right. It was Urban.
That was Urban. Urban was all about Dwayne Haskins.
Right.
Granted, that was Ryan Day's first year. But
that's what I'm saying is
the big thing
did Burrow just not fit the offense?
No, Burrow also broke his hand.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Dwayne Haskins got the job, and then Haskins was going to be the starter, and then he left. But he wasn't good when he went to LSU. He only took off when he got Joe Brady.
Yeah. But sometimes what it takes is a coach that knows what the fuck they're talking about to teach you how to play football.
Look at Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett was not a great college quarterback. He was a game man. He was Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Thank you. I've been saying that since Joe Burrow came.
He was not good.
Since Joe Burrow and
then
LSU won the national championship, I was like, Kenny Pickett's the next Joe Burrow. I've been saying that. He's not the most talented, but he's going to manage the fuck out of a game.
So I don't think he has the arm talent of him.
No, he's got to work on that.
And pocket present wise, they both have that same weird.
Don't take a hit. They don't care.
They will, but they're also a little happy feet, and they'll both bounce out of that pocket real quick. But it's also, this isn't grandma's football.
Right. You're not going to sit in a pocket and wait to get hit.
Guys don't do that anymore.
Unless you're Mason Rudolph.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Which is why we're both on the same page on Kenny Pickett.
Yes.
I don't know where this conversation actually started.
We were just mad about the Steelers.
We were.
And we were talking about how quarterbacks don't know. Yeah, we started with defense. Then we talked about how quarterbacks don't know how to play offense.
Yeah.
And read a defense.
Defense sucks. Offensive line has been better than
last year.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't mean they're good.
Yeah, which made me think Jalen Warren needs more snaps, man.
Yeah.
He needs so many more.
And I know what you guys were saying in the group chat about Najee. I don't agree with it. I think he is good. I think he's still hurt. And Tomlin's just not putting his foot down and saying, you need to sit for 2 weeks.
I think that Mike Tomlin has no idea how to manage the backfield.
Yeah.
And that he burns every running back he's ever had into the ground. And you watch all these other teams that if Najee is on another team, Najee's getting 2 series, he's off for a series. Give Jalen Warren a series.
Hallelujah.
No, instead it's Najee, you're in until you're tired, you tap out, you go out for a play, you come back in.
You're spreading the gospel, brother.
And then as soon as Jalen Warren comes in, he's either pass blocking or he's getting a drop play. It's every single and he's done it forever. He did it with Le'Veon. He did it whenever he did it when Le'Veon got hurt. Then he did it with D'Angelo Williams. D'Angelo Williams got hurt. He burns running backs into the absolute ground.
Right.
Or it's like as soon as they fumble, they're in the dog pen. They're done.
Right. It's like either you're perfect or you're nothing to him. And it's like, give him a chance.
I mean, for God's sake,
give a guy a chance. You can't.
Or Gary Russell scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl because he didn't trust anyone to run in short yards.
Right. Like, I don't know. I was going to say something. I lost it.
Sounds about right.
I'm 100% with you with the running back thing. You got to give a guy a break. In this league, in the NFL today, you can't be running a guy down
what he
like
does.
that. Because as we've seen, as people who play fantasy football, good running backs are hard to come by. That's why you need 2 decent ones.
He will run you into the ground.
I take pity on any running back that goes to the Steelers because your career is going to last 6 years.
Maybe.
Yep.
Do you have a pick for this week for the Steelers?
Yeah, Steelers plus 8.5. Let's get it. I'm not joking.
Yeah, I'm going to say him as well, actually.
We're so stupid.
I don't care. I'm not betting against my team ever.
Well, I usually don't bet on the Steelers, period. But
I don't either. But since we do this
against a Buccaneers team that could have lost to the Falcons,
I mean that's the other part. Is that 8.5 seems a little bit low,
right?
And this should be another. This should be another like 14-point game,
right? And it opened at 5.5, which is insane.
They will not win this game. They're bad.
No, but they're not gonna. They're gonna lose by a touchdown.
Yeah. It.
Honestly, I think Kenny Pickett is going to come out. It's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett's going to come out. He's going to do his damnedest to make sure we get down the field and score. He's only going to throw to George Pickens. He's gonna beg for Calvin Austin to go out there so he can throw to him. He's gonna throw.
I have it at 9.
I like 9.
I love 9.
He's gonna throw it to Connor Hayward because I'm pretty sure Firemoose out.
Good chance. However, Cody, does it concern you that the Steelers have literally 0 defensive backs? They have Levi Wallace and Arthur Millette.
I like Levi Wallace.
They have Levi Wallace and Arthur Millette and Minka.
I also like Arthur Millette.
I do not.
Well, I mean,
he can't cover it.
Trey Norwood kind of sucks.
Trey Norwood is terrible.
And he's playing or not playing?
Trey Norwood is playing.
Well, fuck.
He sucks. Cam Sutton out. Witherspoon out. Edmonds still in concussion protocol.
Well, you know what that means.
Take it over.
Devin Bush is covering Mike Evans.
Oh, good Lord. I forgot Fred was up here. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Fred.
He's just been sleeping.
Yeah, I like Steelers plus 8.5. I think I like the under 43.5 more, though.
Okay. Whatever works for you.
What do you say? Over 43.5?
No, I said Steelers. Steelers plus 9.
Okay. Steph wants to see Fred.
Oh, good Lord.
Hey, Fred. What a good boy.
Oh, Freddie.
All right. I think we got our frustrations out on the Steelers.
I think we're all good.
Now we can start anew and have hope again.
Cody, when did you just start going live? The fourth quarter.
You think? That'd be pretty funny.
I think we should.
Just simulcast the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good. I like that.
And then we'll also have our bets going on in the background.
Right. I like that. All right, Ty. Are we done for the week?
Yeah, I'm done.
We got our frustrations out. We drank a beer.
Yeah, a beer.
A beer.
I'm done.
Me too. Thanks for watching, Steph. Thanks for watching, Donardo.
Yeah. See you too.
We'll see you.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.